Hi, so we're back to look at some more videos. I'm here with Leisha, and I just want to preface this with, we are not trying to poke holes at any person or any organization or any video. We're just trying to see the effectiveness of what these people are doing. And once again, some of these people in these videos, well, actually probably all of them, they are trained. But the problem is, I was saying, if you look at the previous one, sometimes when people like myself, when we do certain videos, we know what to expect, and so we're actually not being super aggressive, which of course one needs to be. But that being said, we will show you this video, and then we will try and replicate what's going on. So we've done things like this before. I think we've done strangle. Okay, so the guy's grabbing the person like that, and so she can't get loose. I mean, when you're up against the wall, things do change. I'm not going to lie, they do. They do change some. Okay, so what is she? So she hits him in the throat.
Shoot. Yeah. And miss his chin.
Well, I think she did it like a.
Did she go from under?
Well, what works for you? I think, yeah.
I don't know if that would get in the way if I tried to smack really hard there.
Okay, so if you go over, okay, all right, and then she did the elbow.
Yeah.
Then she hit him with the elbow. Okay, and then at this point, hopefully the guy's not going to be holding on anymore. And then she hit him to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so the one real thing is that, once again, height difference is like what's going to work, because if I've got you like this, okay, so how are you going to get your hand through there,
Yeah. I don't know, I think through is probably better, because this way they could easily knock you off before you smacked, right?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so if I'm like right on top of you like this, okay, so then you could go,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and then, I mean, okay, so if you hit me in the throat, because you go like that, all right, then, okay, then hopefully I would let go, and then it's the elbow, right? The elbow, and then coming back again for the strike. Yeah. So the thing too is that the height difference was not much at all. I mean, he was just a bit taller than her, and something to consider is, is the size of your attacker, because it does. I mean, a guy who is, I weighed myself this morning. I was like 224.
It's a little more than.
Yeah, just a little bit, My ideal is to be at about 220, 222. Anyway.
You had to say that, right?
But guys, I came down from 240, so hey. Okay, so if we do this again, okay, so we do it like, okay, so I got you up against the wall, okay, so you're gonna hit me in the throat, okay, and then I let go, elbow, okay, and then that. We call that a pairs. Actually, I wish I had my little pairs. Pairs? Yeah, because the pairs dispensers. Yeah. I'll actually maybe throw that in.
Because their chin goes up.
Yeah, because little pairs dispenser. I'll see if I can find a video or a GIF or something I can show you. So, okay, so there's those things. Okay, so I, as an attacker, I mean, did you feel like you could really get force in there? Did that work for you?
I think that the first hit has to be enough to get this arm out of the way before you're going to be able to get your elbow up there. Because if you're still holding me, and this doesn't do it, then trying to reach around to do that, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah. Now I can see that. I mean, also, you're having to figure out exactly how you're going to do that. Okay, so something you may have seen that's something we train with, whether it's a guy or a girl, that we use. Sometimes as a guy, we'll break the rules a little bit. But do you remember what we did when I did that to you?
I think so.
So if I grab that,
I reach over here.
And then you do that, and then once again, you can strike that.
I think we did.
Yeah, and if you really want to be mean, you could actually, at that point, once that's gone, you could come in then, and you could hit like that.
Yeah.
Do you want to trumpet those together?
Which ones?
Well, if you twist over, go for that, and then come in. See, Okay. So you're twisting. Okay, hitting that. Yeah. I mean,
that's fun.
Okay, so just to let you know something, when a person, if you hit someone really hard like that, and open palm is is really good for face, because if you're doing this, you can actually miss, you can glance and stuff like that. Like a body shot, a fist could actually work well for a body shot, because there's a great surface area. But when you are striking a person like this, believe it or not, your brain, if you hit them hard enough, it actually moves inside the skull. Yeah. And you can cause serious damage. That's why, once again, if someone is playing with you and they're not, or the person is just drunk but they're just being obnoxious, you definitely don't want to do that to them, because you can kill them. I mean, I'm not kidding. You could end their life. So I feel like, for me personally, I don't know. I mean, how did you feel like that worked as to the previous video?
In my head, I'm thinking, does the one that we made it into change if it's up against a wall? Because we've only ever done it this way. Like, if I really am stuck on, I know we can't film it, but does it change?
Okay, well, just do it. Just do it. It's not gonna.
I have a little less room, but yeah, okay. That's all I was wondering. Yeah. If it changed, if it was against the wall like they showed in the video.
Yeah. So, I mean, once again, I feel like if you, like what this lady was doing to her attacker, I mean, if she feels comfortable, if you feel comfortable and you want to train to do that, then, more power to you. And if you can make it work. And once again, I kind of feel like it needs to be, if you are training in a situation, you need to make sure that you're the person who is playing the attacker, that they're not just saying, oh, good job, okay, so you did it. No, it needs to be effective. You need to feel like, no, actually this is going to work. Because if you have to watch a previous video, we did something where Leisha was putting tension on my arm, and I felt nothing, absolutely nothing. So, yeah.
I tried.
So unfortunately for me, based on what I can actually see that's happening over here, I'm not 100% sure that particular technique is going to work. And also the other thing too, if you hit the person, if she had to hit me, if Leisha hit me in the throat, like decently, that could actually, you could break the windpipe, and you could end their life. So if someone is really trying to do you great bodily harm, and you strike them really hard like that, and once again, you're going to be hitting them like this. You're going to be hitting them like that. I mean, I've seen some people that want to do the fisting. If you feel confident that you can hit the mark like that, then go for it. Me personally, I wouldn't. But if you hit them hard enough like that, you don't have to do anything else. It's over. Mm-hmm. That person is not going to be. You don't need to do the elbow, and you don't need to come in for a pairs again. It's game over for that person. So also something when we train, our instructor was talking about. It's you quickly eliminate the threat, and here's the thing where I train is that if you can do it within 2 seconds, that's great, because you don't want to get into a fight. Mm-hmm. You don't want to get into a physical fight. Like if Leisha has to physically, if she does something wrong, if there are so many steps and then she does something wrong, then it becomes a fight, because now her execution didn't work, and now she's got to contend with someone like me who is quite a bit bigger than her. All right. So, yeah. So let's have a look at another video. Okay, so you have to go left hand. You're going to pull it like that, and with your other hand, you have to do that.
I don't know how that gets me anywhere. That just hurts my shoulder.
Okay.
Is it height again, or is it just hand? I mean, my hand isn't big enough to wrap and pull around your arm.
I'm feeling, okay, so for me personally, even if you do it to me, so if you do that, to try and get the grip over here, and if a person's got a jacket on, maybe I could grab the jacket and then pull it, and then he's going around like that. So I do like that. I just feel like if I've got to try and, so if a person is, if he's sweating, or he's got oil on himself or anything like that, to try and grab that is going to be, even with me, I mean,
your hand is much bigger than my arm, but it's hard.
Yeah, but if it's a guy, if I'm dealing with a guy who is like the same size as me.
Yeah, my hand on this is ridiculous.
Yeah, so so if you try and, because I mean that's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna do anything to me. you know. So yeah, so once again, I'm kind of feeling like, I mean, for someone like Leisha, okay, so if this is supposed to be helping women with self-defense, then I feel like this is not going to be the ideal thing for a lady to try on a guy. I mean, personally, would I try this on a guy? I'm not so sure. If he had a jacket on, I'm actually going to take this to my training and actually explore it over there. But to me, okay, so risk-reward ratio is really important. And especially if your life is in danger, I want the reward to be really high. We have done situations with guns and knives where there was a guy that we used to try things. We actually used to get in trouble for this. I love to push the envelope and break the rules, but nonetheless, we took certain scenarios and we would do 10 times in a row. Like we'd do something and we'd stop and then we go again, and we wanted to get 100% result. Because for me, that's what I want to use. I want to use something that's going to work 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And there were certain things that myself and this other guy, for disarms and for attack things, we decided we would still teach it, we would still help teach it, and we would spar and stuff like that. But for him and I personally, in a real life situation, we weren't going to do that. If we got something, because we did a particular one, I think it was a gun disarm, and I think the highest we got was 7 or 8 out of 10. And both him and I, because I tried it on him and on this particular disarm, and then it only worked like 70% of the time. He did it to me and he got the same result. It was 70 or 80% of the time. We did the other ones, both of us got 100.
Okay.
And so I kind of feel like I want to set you guys up for success. I want ladies, it's like I want you to know that what you are doing is going to work 100% of the time. And that's why a person also has to train. You've got to work on technique as well, because technique, especially when it comes to joint manipulation, if you're trying to disable the joint, you're trying to break the joint, which if someone's trying to attack you, you're going to want to break their wrist. I kid you not. You're going to want to break their elbow, dislocate their shoulder. And so for a guy on guy, like I said, I'm going to have to test this out with my fellow sparring partners to see if this will work. But once again, I think that I would probably defer back to the one that we did on the previous video again, where if I try and grab you like that, you're doing this, and then you're doing that, striking it, and yeah. And then if you want to come in for the shot, and you're really going to want to, if someone is trying to strangle you, you're really going to want to hurt them. I mean, you need to hurt them badly, because if someone is doing that to you, all bets are off. So, I mean, what do you think? I mean, because you were having, you just couldn't, you couldn't grab my arm.
No, I really couldn't get any kind of a hold
on.
Yeah,
because I mean, when I was trying to.
Because you're holding this here, so this muscle's not moving. So to try to wrap on here, and there's just nothing to really.
I'm kind of curious if you went under and over. No, go under and over.
To the elbow?
Yeah.
It's still not really anything to hold on to except for maybe the bone, but that could still easily. If your wrist, I could.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub that back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this a bit more, like with other guys that I train with. But sometimes I think you keep it simple. I mean, like I said, I do like the thing. So if you had to do that to me again, you try to. I do like the idea of grabbing the person like that. I mean, what you can do with that is pretty awesome. The only caveat, I guess, in some ways, is if they do have a weapon and you are not quick enough, if they have a knife or something like that, they could pull out a knife, and that becomes a game changer, and that could end really badly. But once again, not trying to poke holes in this. I'm just trying to look and think what is going to work for you as a lady, because if your life depends on it, you want a really good success rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.